What if you're not getting that feedback from your coach? It's a bit flippant about the whole thing. Because it's easy to become lost. It's easy to become disheartened. It's easy to lose motivation. It's easy to feel like it's a constant struggle. And what I mean by that constant struggle is because you just don't know what to do because you're not getting the guidance that you need, right? So your coach may not give you that feedback that you're looking for. Welcome to the Tiffany Micah podcast. What we do here is build the strength and courage in you to accomplish your big dreams and goals in your sport. No longer will you feel limited. You won't feel you're not good enough. You won't question whether you will make it. Those doubts will disappear because you will have the competitive edge over your opponents and leave them in your wake. And the bonus is others will notice. Listen up and take notes because I will show you exactly how to do it. Hey there, this is Tiff from the Tiffany Micah podcast and welcome to today's episode. So if you're struggling to perform in competition the way that you know that you can, the first thing that you actually want to do is you actually want to get feedback from your coach. So get some advice from them. Actually reach out to your coach. Have a meeting with them and talk to them about, you're not performing the way that you know that you can when you're competing. Find out what they're saying. Find out if they can give you some feedback about what's actually going on. Okay? Because you need to know what you need to do, don't you, to improve. So if you know yourself that there's areas in which you're struggling with, then how are you actually going to fix it? Go and ask someone that watches you perform, right? Which is your coach. But what happens if they're not going to give you the advice, like nothing concrete to go by? What do you do then? What if you're not getting that feedback from your coach? It's a bit flippant about the whole thing. Because it's easy to become lost. It's easy to become disheartened. It's easy to lose motivation. It's easy to feel like it's a constant struggle. And what I mean by that constant struggle is because you just don't know what to do because you're not getting the guidance that you need, right? So your coach may not give you that feedback that you're looking for. And that's what I had like when I was growing up and pursuing the tennis career. Like I found as I got older, around the 18, 19, 20 year age group, was that I was really struggling. And the coach that I had, the most constructive feedback I got from him was, Tiff needs to go and play more matches. Tiff needs to go and play more tournaments. Right? That was the answer to everything. Tiff just needs to go and do that. And that's fine to say that. But then when I played more matches and I played more tournaments, nothing was any different. I still had the same struggles on the court. I still struggled with stringing points together. Stringing a series of plays or patterns of plays together. I still struggled to do that because I didn't know how to do that. I struggled with that. I had the mental struggles as well, the self-doubt, the low self-esteem, the low confidence. Didn't think I was good enough as a player. I was very emotional. So I found that was a struggle, even though I knew that I had the ability to become a world-class tennis player. I knew that deep into my soul, but I had all of these other things that were going on, all these mental struggles. The mental struggles therefore then turned into the physical struggles out on the court, not being able to string points together, not being able to string a series of plays together, not knowing how to manage myself, highly emotional, right? So the limited feedback wasn't really constructive at all. And what I found at that age, looking back, was that I wasn't savvy enough at the time to actually find out what the answers were, because I thought I should already know. Right? I had this thing in my head that I should know what to do, but I didn't know what to do. I was fumbling my way along, but I wasn't given much guidance either. Because the coach that I had, he had, his own children that all of them played tennis, and he was obviously more interested in them. Didn't give me the support that I was looking for. And because I was so shy, I was very insular. I didn't ask the questions. Like I said, I thought I should know. But what if you're in the same position? What if you're not getting that constructive feedback? What if you're not getting that support? What if your coach isn't giving you, anything concrete to improve? What can you do? One thing is, I don't want you to do this, and I don't want you to go into this mental place of where, oh, well, the coach doesn't like me, right? Because I just said that about the coach that I had. Oh, well, I thought at the time he wasn't really interested in me. He had his own children. He had 6 kids, actually. 2 daughters, 4 sons, all played tennis. I didn't think he was interested in me. So don't have that attitude that the coach may not like you or not interested in, because it's your thought, not their thought. Or you're not the favourite. The coach prefers other players in the team. Or you start comparing yourself to others in the team, or if you play an individual sport, you start comparing yourself with your opponents. Because if you do that, if you go into that mental place of doing that, then it puts you into a really poor space, doesn't it? Mentally, it puts you into a really poor place. So what we need to do here is, if you're not getting that constructive feedback, and if you're not getting anything constructive in the sense of this is where you need to go, take control. You take control, because it's your life. And it's you that wants to be the athlete that you want to become. It's not your coach. It's not your parents. It's not your friends. It's not other family members. It's you. So take control. Take the control back. So what we want to do here is we actually want to analyze your game, and we want to take a reality check of actually what's going on. And I've got like 4 simple steps for you. And it's really a 4-step awareness plan, so that you've got that in place, so that you're out there. You're doing it, right? You're solving your problems. You're being resourceful, not relying on someone else. It's not someone else's responsibility to take you to where you want to go. It's your responsibility. You've got to be 100% responsible. If they're not helping you solve the problem, you've got to go and find the answers. So the first thing, though, is we need to make sure that we're actually having a good hard look at ourselves, becoming aware. A lot of the time we're not aware. We just we'll go into a space where we blame other people. It's their fault that I'm not performing the way that I should. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all up to you. You're the one that's going to make it happen, not anyone else. And if they're not solving that problem, you go and find the answers. Okay? So number 1 in our 4-step awareness plan, I want you to identify the skills that you're really good at. Simple, isn't it? Oh, wow, how good's that? Everything. Physical skills in your sport, the strengths that you have in your training, your practice, the mental skills, what are you good at with that regards to that? Okay, make a list. Then number 2, what I want you to do then is, what skills are you not good at? So what skills in your sport are you not good at? What mental skills are you not good at? What training skills are you not good at? Right? We're making a list. We're becoming aware. So once you've identified number 1 as what the skills are that you're good at, and number 2, you've identified the skills that you're not good at, that leads us to number 3. And number 3 is the skills that you are not good at. You ask the question, how do I improve them? And what you do there is you make a list. You make a list of action steps, what you need to do. Simple, isn't it? Oh, how simple is that? All I got to do is just look at what I'm not good at, look at what I'm good at, and then look at, because I'm not good at something, how do I improve it? What have I got to do? Right? List all the action steps out. You don't have to categorize them into blocks of, one supports the other and so on. Just get everything all out of your head. It's always good to brainstorm it out. And then number 4, my favorite, devise a plan. Right? So you want to be crafting the plan of when you're actually going to be working on those skills that you've got to improve. When are you going to do them throughout the week? What are you going to be focusing on? Because especially if you're not good when you're competing and you're feeling a lot of pressure when you compete and you crumble under the pressure, ding, 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 alarm bells are going off. Right. And that happens a lot because we want to perform well, but we put so much pressure on ourselves to perform well that we crumble. And a lot of the time when we crumble, when we compete, is because we haven't practiced that competition in practice. Yeah? Because we haven't created any strategies on how to deal with the pressure. So there's a clue there. A lot of that is because we haven't learned how to deal with it. I'm a perfect example. I didn't know how to deal with it. I never put myself under pressure when I competed in tennis when I was training. Didn't want to do that. Put myself under pressure when I was competing. Fell apart all the time. Right? I had great results at times, but I had terrible results. And I always remember the terrible ones because those were the ones that actually then dictated my life because I allowed them to, versus finding out the answers. Okay? So we've got to devise that plan. And by you doing this, what does it do for you? You've got this 4-step awareness plan. You start taking back the control in your sport. You take back the control in your game. And the best part of this is that it gives you confidence because you are the one that's taking action. You're not relying on anyone else. You are the one that's taking action. You are the one in the driver's seat. You are the one that's going to take you to where you want to go. Absolutely fantastic and welcome to life. Okay? Because if you want to accomplish what you want to accomplish in your sport, in your life, because your sport is part of your life, it's part of who you are. I was having a great chat to a friend of mine who's a baseballer. He wants to become a world-class baseballer. Right? He's taking control. He's working on creating what he needs to create in order for that to happen. It's so exciting to be part of his journey. Absolutely exciting. So what are you going to do? You are going to, number 1, in your 4-step awareness plan, identify the skills that you're good at. Number 2, identify the skills that you're not good at. Number 3, the skills that you're not good at, you ask the question, how do I improve them? And then you write down a list of action steps. Get it all out of your head. And number 4, devise a plan. Craft a plan when you're actually going to be working on these skills that you're going to improve. So I hope you got a lot of value out of today's episode. Love it if you could share with me what you like best. And don't go anywhere, I've got a special announcement for you. If you are struggling to perform in competition, if you are losing the motivation and the passion in your sport, if you are getting no direction or no guidance, you don't know what to improve, you don't get into that game rhythm, you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself to perform and you want to improve because you know that you deserve to be there. But if you're competing and it goes poorly, you become disheartened. I've created a free training for you, the Successful Athlete Masterclass. It's how to crush it under pressure and bring out your best when you compete. So all you need to do is go to www.tiffanymica, that's mika.com/Sam, as in SAM, and I look forward to seeing you there. Dream big, believe in you, and go after your dreams.